The alien soldiers of the Dominion crouched behind their barricades, weapons trained on the narrow corridor leading to their command center. They had lost contact with the outer perimeter 3 hours ago. 2 hours ago, they lost the security feeds. 1 hour ago, they heard the screams. Captain Vex clutched his pulse rifle tighter, his 4 eyes blinking nervously in sequence. Steady, he hissed to his squad. Whatever comes through that door, hit it with everything. The Dominion had conquered 12 star systems with methodical precision. Their technology was superior, their tactics flawless, their confidence absolute. Until they reached Earth. Intelligence had indicated that humans were a primitive species, barely achieving interstellar travel. Easy prey. The invasion should have been over in days. That was 6 months ago. Now, the last remnants of the Dominion invasion force were trapped in their own command ship, hunted by what their high command had assured them was impossible. A single human soldier. A scraping sound echoed through the corridor. Metal on metal, slow and deliberate. "He's taunting us," whispered Tech, the youngest of the squad. His scales had paled to a sickly blue. "Why doesn't he just use explosives? Why come in person?" Vex had no answer. The Dominion understood warfare as an equation. Superior firepower plus superior numbers equals victory. The humans fought differently. They fought personally. The scraping stopped. Silence hung thick in the recycled air. Then footsteps, unhurried, almost casual. The 6 remaining Dominion soldiers tensed, weapons aimed at the entry point. The footsteps grew louder. A shadow appeared at the doorway. "Fire!" Vex screamed. 6 pulse rifles discharged simultaneously, filling the corridor with superheated plasma bolts. The barrage lasted 20 seconds, turning the entryway into a molten mess of metal and energy. Silence again. Vex's breathing slowed. Perhaps they had succeeded where others had failed. Then came the sound that haunted Vex's nightmares, a low, rumbling chuckle that grew into full-throated laughter. Through the smoke stepped a figure, a human male, tall and broad-shouldered, wearing what the Dominion had initially mistaken for primitive armor. Now they knew better. The black exosuit was more advanced than anything in their arsenal, absorbing energy and redistributing it. But it wasn't the technology that terrified Vex. It was the human's face, exposed without even a helmet, smiling. "That tickled," said the human, his voice amplified by something in his suit. "My turn." Tech panicked first, firing wildly. The human didn't dodge. He took 3 direct hits to the chest and continued walking forward, the impact seemingly absorbed by his suit. The human's right arm raised, a small weapon in hand. There was a soft **** sound, and Tech collapsed, a tiny dart protruding from his neck. "Scatter!" Vex ordered, but it was too late. The human moved with impossible speed, crossing the room before the remaining soldiers could reposition. 3 more *** sounds, 3 more bodies dropping. Vex and his second in command, Lorne, backed away, still firing. The human's suit glowed slightly where the energy bolts hit, but he showed no signs of slowing. "What do you want?" Vex shouted, desperation cracking his voice. "We can negotiate." The human tilted his head, that strange smile still on his face. "Negotiate? Like you negotiated with the colony on Mars." Vex felt his stomach tighten. Mars had been their first strike against the humans, a show of force to demonstrate Dominion superiority. No survivors had been permitted. "That was war," Lorne said. "We were following orders." The human nodded thoughtfully. "So am I." Lorne fired again, emptying his weapon's charge. The human staggered slightly but kept coming. Vex watched in horror as the human grabbed Lorne by the throat and lifted him off the ground with one hand. "My name is Jack," the human said conversationally, "just so you know who ended your conquest." Lorne struggled, his feet kicking uselessly in the air. We were just the first wave," he gasped. "The Dominion will send more." Jack's smile widened. "I'm counting on it." He tossed Lorne aside like discarded waste, the alien crumpling against the wall. Vex dropped his weapon and raised all 4 hands. "I surrender. I'll tell you anything you want to know." Jack approached slowly, bullets and energy bolts having left his suit scorched but functional. "The thing you Dominion folks never understood about humans," he said, "is that we're not just another species to conquer. We're the thing that waits in the dark. We're the monster under the bed." Vex backed away until he hit the command console. "Please," he whispered. Jack stopped, just an arm's length away. 6 months ago, I was a farmer. I grew corn, had a dog named Buddy." His voice remained calm, almost friendly. "Then you came, took everything, thought we'd be easy." A compartment in Jack's suit slid open, revealing a small device. "Your ship's AI is already compromised. This," he held up the device, "contains a message for whoever comes looking for you." "What message?" Vex asked, trembling. Jack leaned in close. "That Earth is off limits. That humans aren't prey. That if the Dominion returns, what happened to your invasion force will seem merciful by comparison." Vex's legs gave out, and he slid down the console to the floor. "You're just one human," he said weakly. Jack laughed again, the sound bouncing off the metal walls. "That's what makes it scary, isn't it? Just imagine what 1,000 of us could do." He attached the device to the console, then stepped back. "Your life support will continue functioning. Your distress beacon is active. Someone will come for you eventually." Vex looked up, confused. "You're letting me live?" Jack nodded. "Someone needs to deliver the message." He turned and walked toward the exit, passing the bodies of Vex's squad. At the doorway, he paused and looked back. "Also, I was never just one human. Earth sent hundreds of us to every ship in your fleet. The laughter you heard in the dark, that was all of us." As Jack disappeared down the corridor, Vex finally understood what made humans different. The Dominion conquered through force. Humans conquered through fear. And somewhere in the darkness of his ship, he heard laughter once more.